So what a game. We talk about this week in and week out about how close the Giants play every week, and they finally eked out a W for number 2 on the season.
Yes.
How do you like them apples?
I wish we could play Washington every week. Is that possible? Can we rearrange the schedule? We're doing all kinds of stuff with the schedule this year. Let's just, they're a local team right down the turnpike. We'll just play them for the rest of the season. That's all.
Yeah. That sounds like an easy win for you guys. Actually, it might be a few for Washington though, because they didn't look too bad with Alex Smith under center.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, yeah, with Alex Smith. I mean, you look at the game though. I mean, so I said going in, right? I picked the Giants. I know, John, you said no way. Stop betting with your heart. But no, I thought for sure the Giants would win, and sure enough, they won again, 23-20. And they won in 20-3 at halftime, right? So they took the lead. They had the lead the whole game. They played a great game, I thought. And I'm telling you, every week the defense is playing better. And they're coming together. And, I mean, they have been getting all the guys back on the field. You got Slayton, and you got Ingram, and you got Goldman's running the ball better now. And, they've been able to get the ball around. And the line has been playing well and keeping guys off of Jones and giving them a little bit of time to think and read the defense and a little read and react. And like I said, the defense to me has been playing great. I really like what they've been doing and holding them down. And, the one disturbing thing here, though, is another quarterback having a devastating injury against the Giants. I mean, this is actually – so besides that, they had Deshaun Jackson, too, that we knocked out for the year. So we it's almost like every week somebody's going down and hitting the ground and their foot is pointed – perpendicular to the way it's not. I don't even know. I've never seen injuries like this where since Joe Theismann, when I was a kid watching Lawrence Taylor tackle him, I see Dak get up and his foot is curled under and then this kid, Kyle Allen, they said it was a dislocated ankle and a small fracture. I thought it looked like his knee broke, his ankle broke. I thought he was busted up and down. But that was brutal to watch. I mean,
if you're a Washington quarterback, do you want to play against the Giants? Like, do you just want to fake an injury? Be like, oh, you got mono. Oh, there goes my shoulder. Just come up with something to avoid that game because it does not go well. I don't know what it is, but man, that was gruesome.
I can't imagine the pain that is. I've never had anything dislocated. I had a shoulder partially dislocated. And I wanted to friggin', eat my arm off. Yeah. But it's like, I mean, his foot was pointed the opposite way. And again, kind of like with Dak's injury, he almost shook it to see if it was like really like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm sure that's a natural instinct to do, I guess, when you get a dislocation. Mm-hmm. But that poor guy, man, holy shit. And then for Alex Smith to come in after going through what he went through, I'm like, I'd be like, I think I need to get tested. I think I need to be in quarantine. And let Dwayne Haskins come in and let the young pup run around. But
right. Well, he wasn't even activated. I don't think they could have put him in. I don't know who the backup was.
I thought he was third string that game. Oh, he wasn't? Okay.
No, I think they're just done with him.
Yeah. I mean, you think about I was thinking about Alex coming in, and I think they said he had 17 surgeries to get back on the field. I mean, I'll tell you, that's some dedication to not just hang it up and say enough. And now, hopefully nothing else happens to him because I thought he was a good quarterback. When he was in KC, I thought he was good, and he was San Fran before that, I believe. Right?
Yep. Yeah.
Is that right? Yes,
he was drafted.
He was drafted number 1.
I thought he was a good quarterback, and I still think he is. But man, after you go through something like that, it's got to make you think twice whether your family or somebody has to be saying, "Hold it." Is this really what you want to do?
And especially coming in to replace a guy who
just had his ankle on
has his ankle just kind of dangling by Pinocchio strings. It's disgusting. So his wife was beside herself watching that go on. Like, it's the Giants. They love ending Washington quarterbacks' careers, and
I don't think that was part of the game plan. But
God,
I mean, Jabril Peppers comes flying up, and it kind of like leg whips him too as he's going around. And to see the kid go down like that it was unbelievable. I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but again, it goes back to, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. The turf has to have something to do with what's happening. Go back to the old school grass and mud and just slop, and the ground gives. Right? Yeah. Your foot gets planted and you get twisted. There's no way to get out of that. They got trays and traps and things in it, and your cleats get hung up and it's over. Your knee is blown out, your hip. Right. I'm telling you, like I look at like Soldier Field or Lambeau, then the old school Arrowhead. Just let them play, let them get dirty, let them get muddy, and just go back to the old school.
Right, because your foot can't dig out a divot on the turf. It's got to have that dirt underneath and just let you just carve a hole out, but get up and walk again. And I think after this year, with the number of significant injuries, they've got to go back and reevaluate what they're doing. It's bad. It is. And you're looking at the type of players that are going down. And I hate to see anybody get injured. I don't want to, I don't want to make it any less significant than it actually is, because they're all significant injuries. But when you look at Dak going down and now another starting quarterback going down, and how many other players did we see? San Francisco's almost entire star team is done for the year off of these type of injuries that shouldn't be happening. And it's devastating teams that would have otherwise potentially been in a playoff hunt. Like San Francisco went to the Super Bowl last year, right? And now they're
shot.
Now they're done because they lost their entire team to injury. So it's going to be interesting to see. You've got to at least look at it and figure out, like, is there a correlation between the two? Is it just pure dumb luck?
It can't be because there's no preseason. I mean, what is it going to be a number of how many injuries is it going to take? Or is it going to be the face of the NFL gets hurt and then they say, okay, let's go back. I mean, because it's going to cost you money to go back to the slop, and I know, like we said, for the Super Bowl, they want it to be pretty, and no one's uniform gets dirty, and everything looks great for the sponsors. But no, I mean, let's go back to the old school and let them get full of mud and muck and everything else. But I'm sure back then we didn't have injuries like this. Right, there wasn't, nobody had their leg spun around broken because it got stuck in mud. That was different. He had to have. So I was talking to my father about this because we still talk about that play. We were watching that. I think it was a Monday night game, watching it at home, and they kept replaying it, like his shin going into the dirt. And to me, there had to be something. His bone had to be weakened already or something. Because you can give a guy a piggyback ride and your leg doesn't give out. So just because LT jumps on top of you, your leg shouldn't have snapped. I feel like something had to already have made it weak for it to happen. I don't know.
Well, I don't think quarterbacks.
How many times did LT jump on guys' backs and crush them, and their leg didn't break in half?
Yeah, but I don't think a quarterback back in the 80s was the athlete they are today. No. And you've got a freak of human nature jumping on your back.
But he did that every week. He did it every week, and every week the guy didn't break nobody's back got broken.
I don't know what the answer is to that, but it's.
No, I didn't think you did, but I'm just kind of talking out loud here, saying that I feel like there must have been something else, because I don't think Theismann ever even came back from that. I don't know how many surgeries he had, but he never played again. I don't believe. No, so
he didn't. No, he didn't.
No.
Right, but you talk about people getting stuff broken, like Terry McLaurin was breaking some ankles in that game. 7 for 115 and a touchdown. Like, he was single-handedly trying to win that game in the second half.
Trying is the key word there. Yeah,
he is an underappreciated. I don't know how underrated he is, but he is underrated. Wide receiver in this league. He is something else. But on your side, why is Wayne Gallman not getting more love? I don't understand it. I don't watch all the Giants games, but the Giants games I watch, Wayne Gallman looks like a legit running back. He looks fast. He looks nimble. He's quick on his cuts. And you're bringing in other guys.
Alfred Morris. I mean,
Alfred Morris. Yeah.
I mean, Alfred Morris is huge. You know what I mean? He must be. And I don't know. I'm curious why Slayton doesn't get any love. Why one catch for 4 yards?
I know.
Yeah.
One catch for 4 yards.
Yep. I mean, he had a couple more
I don't get
targets,
it.
but right, he should be. I mean, he is the leader, right? He is the head guy. I mean,
thought-
Ingram, they throw to a lot. He had a 16-yard touchdown. Good hands. Yeah, after that one drop ball against Philly, where we would have secured the win there a couple weeks ago, and hopefully this week, week 10, we play them again, and that equates to win number 3 for us. So
it does.
I think so. I mean, I'm telling you, the Giants could still have 6 wins this season.
And win. If they have whoever has 6 wins is winning the NFC East.
They're going to the show.
If you can win 6 games, you're going to play Tampa in the playoffs and get absolutely annihilated.
I'm not worried about that.
You should worry about it because it's going to be short-lived, and you're going to have like a number 22 draft pick after winning 6 games.
So the Giants almost broke Tampa and Brady 2 weeks ago, and then they go down to they play New Orleans, and what do? 0. Oh, we got Antonio Brown. Now everyone's probably thinking he ruined the whole thing. The chemistry messed up, and the locker room's a disaster. Even though Evans and Godwin said they welcomed him on the team, all of a sudden, what was it, 31-0 in the fourth quarter? Come on. How does that happen?
You know what I love? I love that
Beautiful.
Tom Brady can win Offensive Player of the Month. Offensive Player of the Month, and now he's too old again. Stop with the Tom Brady hating. Stop. Okay, not to get on the Tampa game. They ran the ball 5 times against New Orleans. 5 times with Leonard
That's a new
Fournette
record.
and all those guys. Come on. Run the friggin' ball. I don't care if you're down 21-0 in the first quarter. You got to keep the ball out of their hands. You can run the ball. They ran the ball 5 friggin' times. I'm blaming that on the coach and that whole game plan.
Wasn't 2 of those runs a kneel down?
No, there was actually 5 carries. 5 legitimate running back carries. I was looking at the stats after the game. 5 carries. I'm watching it. I'm like, I don't think they ran the ball in 2.5 quarters. Of course you're going to friggin'
So what did he have, 70 pass attempts? I didn't even look at it.
God, probably 80, and he completed 7 of them. It was just 3 with the other team. So
it was bad. It was so nice for me watching that game and seeing a score just get run up and him being on the other side of that. Oh my God. Because how many times I see Brady all smiles and happy
haters.
Winning 45-0. And then he got to sit on the other side with just that absolutely destroyed look on his face of like, why am I still doing this? I should just be home with Giselle. He was. You saw him contemplating why he's still doing this in that game. He was just like, man, I don't know if this is still worth it.
Hey, he's getting $25 more million, and I'm still predicting him to go to the Super Bowl.
I think he did pull his phone out real quick and check his bank account and was like, oh. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why
I got that $5 million this
there.
month. I'm good.
Still there. Even the defense, though, to give up that many points. I didn't see the game. I don't know if it was. I mean, that was just total collapse.
Total dominance by the Saints.
Yeah. But back to New York running backs. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why did Alfred Morris get 9 carries? Like, granted, 67 yards. He had 7.5 carry, an average of 7.5 yards per carry, which is great. But Gallman still looks like the best running back on this team. And 14 carries for 68 yards and 1 catch.
Playing his old team, I guess. They wanted to hook him up.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, he had one nice run where he turned the corner, he got around, got the first down. And
it was like a 20-yard run.
Yeah, that was a nice run. But, I don't know. I mean, I like Gallman. Gallman's quick, and he darts in and out, and he's small, so he can get through. I think they will be using him more and trying to – I don't know how long Freeman's out for. I don't know what's going on with him and his ankle.
I don't even know why you bother. Why even bother with Freeman?
I don't know. I mean, Freeman looked like he was just getting his legs under him and starting to get some push. And there was one game where he pushed the line into the end zone. But, now I don't know what the plan is with him either. But, I mean, it was I thought it was a good game. Alex Smith comes in after that gruesome injury. He throws for 325 and a lot to your boy there, Terry. But he does throw 3 interceptions, right? Logan gets one, and and Blake Martinez, the machine back there, the tackling
That was
machine.
a tip, though, wasn't it? That was a
But still,
tip,
he got that
I
ball
know.
down. He got his hands
It was
under
right
him.
to him, yeah.
Oh, come on. It was right to him.
Come
He's not
on,
expecting it. How
it
many
was
times do you
right
see
there.
guys like this right to him and they drop it? Hit him right in the face mask.
Jim, I got to give you shit. Your team won, and I
Oh,
didn't
hey,
pick
I'm
them, so
fine.
I'm sorry.
I'm fine with it. And then Peppers gets another INT. So, yeah, three interceptions. And
it came on strong at the end when you needed it.
Absolutely. Pulled the victory out. And now we go play Philly this week. And, Philly's beat up too. I mean, I feel like the Giants are, for the most part, got a full team on the field. And, their line, both sides of the line are playing better. The defense is playing better. The offense is there. Jones just has to settle in. And I think we beat Philly. I think we go in. This is win number 3. Thoughts?
Oh, Lord.
Thoughts, anybody? Come on, you're going to say no? Good, say no. I like when you guys say no. I'm
not going to say no.
You're not going to hurt my feelings.
Say yes. It's just the NFC East, and just anything can happen. You know what I mean? It just can this year.
So John, instead of mulling over this terrible question, why don't we talk about a good question that just came in?
Okay, cool.
This terrible question. Okay.
So this is a Ravens question.
Yes.
We'll take a break real quick, but let's talk about with Lamar Jackson stinking the place up right now at this play. Do you think he will finish strong and put the Ravens in a position to win the AFC North and ultimately the Super Bowl? And that's from Eric Simon. Thank you, Eric. What do you guys think?
Eric,
good.
No, go ahead, Jim. You can go first.
No, I think it seems like the Ravens are more of a one-trick pony now. At the games I've watched with Lamar, I think he's choking. I don't think he's playing his best football. I thought they were gonna be a lot better than they are, or at least than they're showing. And do I think they're gonna go to the Super Bowl? No. And I thought they were gonna be much better in the preseason when we started doing the shows. But now, after I've seen them a couple times fall to certain teams that I didn't think they were going to, I don't see them going the distance. No way.
So real quick, Eric, me and Eric go back to my South Dakota days. We were both stationed together, worked together for a while. Really good friend of mine. He's serving overseas right now. So, Eric, I know it's early morning for you, brother. Thanks for the shout out today.
Right. But what better than breakfast and some beans and apples?
Yeah, breakfast and a bean and apple. So. So, Eric, I don't know if you've been watching this whole time, but at the beginning of the year, I picked the Ravens in Tampa to go to the Super Bowl. I don't know if I picked the winner or not. I probably picked Tampa because you know how I love Tom Brady. Everybody does. But right now, I think the Ravens are the third best team in the AFC. I still think they're better than Buffalo, but I don't think they're up to Pittsburgh or Kansas City right now. And I'm telling you, Thanksgiving's going to be a huge game. They have to beat Pittsburgh if they have a chance to win the North, because if not, Pittsburgh's just going to probably end up running the table. Maybe, like Jim said, lose that kind of quirky game to Indy, where Phillip Rivers goes nuts maybe. But do I think they can win the Super Bowl? Absolutely. What I think Harbaugh is going to have to do the second half of the season, because I think everybody has tape on Lamar now. They know what he can do. So they're taking away his main strength of running. He's just not running the same this year. Who knows? Maybe that was the plan. Hey, let's not run to the second half. I don't know. But now it's time for Harbaugh to change up that offense a little bit, get him more in the game, get Ingram more in the game. I mean, they still have the defense. The defense is still phenomenal. It's just their offense isn't quite picking up kind of the pace that they ran last year. But how could they? But I guess Mahomes is, Mahomes hasn't let down in 3 years. So do I think they can? Yes. But, they have to beat Pittsburgh on Thanksgiving night and not lose anymore. And then hope and then kind of hope Pittsburgh drops another one and they end up with a better divisional record, because going on the road in the AFC, I don't think is as hard as it would be in the NFC. I think the NFC is a little bit tougher to kind of go in as a wild card. But, I mean, this year only one team gets a bye, and right now it's the Steelers. So, I don't know. They may end up meeting up with them again and potentially a AFC championship type game. Because they'd probably find a way in the divisional because Pittsburgh would play the lower seed. So if they get in as a wild card, chances are, if they did win that first weekend, that they'd probably be the lower seed. So, just my thought.
That'll be interesting to see because they just announced today that they added 2 more playoff spots in the NFL. So there's 2 more positions on there. So I don't know how exactly that's going to work with buys and how it's going to match up. But I think that this is a team that for some reason is kind of lost right now. It seems like they don't really know where their strength is. Last year with Mark Ingram, he was really a linchpin to that team. He's been hurt, and they're not leaning on the run as much as they were on anything on the running back or the quarterback. And that's Lamar Jackson's strength. That's kind of what we talked about with the Giants. Bring it back is Daniel Jones running was what really helps open things up. And it's the same. It's no different with Baltimore. When Lamar starts running, the defenses don't know what to do, and he's not running. And I don't know if that's because, John, like you said, the defenses are playing that way and forcing him to throw, and it's just not as good as it can be. I'm not sure, but they have J.K. Dobbins, and if it was me, I'd feed the kid, just feed him and let him go. But it seems like they're hesitant to. I don't know why that is exactly, but the defense is still good. There's nothing there that you have to be worried about on the defensive side. That's still going strong. It's the offense. It seems like it's kind of stuck in a rut right now. So you figure out how to get that run going. And Patrick Queen, your defensive rookie of the year, is looking more and more like a legitimate call.
He's a beast, man.
He looks
an absolute beast.
So I think the defense is strong enough to win some playoff games. And it depends on what they do on the offensive side. If Lamar Jackson starts running again or they figure out a running game, they're not using Hollywood Brown at all, and he's voiced how pissed off he is about that. He's ridiculously talented. He could be DK Metcalf. He's built the same way as DK, but they're not getting him the ball, and I don't know what that is. But, I think what you talked about, I would actually put them below the Bills right now just because that offense looks so out of sync. And on the other side of that, the Bills are most likely, unless the Dolphins continue this, but they're most likely to win the NFC East. So they're going to have – or the AFC, excuse me. So they're going to have a higher seed. So if Baltimore does have to go play them, they're going to Buffalo to play that game. And again, Buffalo is just a tough place to play in late in the year. When
it is.
It's just tough. So if you've got to go up there and you can't run the ball and you can't throw the ball, you're not beating Buffalo. You're not. So, so I think that's their trouble. So I think they're the 4th best team in the AFC right now, but I think the talent on that team is better than Buffalo. So if they can right whatever is going on, then I think Baltimore is the better team all around. And especially with White going down, I don't know what his injury was, but he got hurt late in the game and he's their best defensive player by far. So if he's out for a considerable amount of time, that could be a hindrance to them as well. But for me right now, Baltimore's 4th, but they have the talent to be 3rd. But if they have to go to Buffalo and they can't right the ship, they're not gonna do anything. So
so you just said, and one thing that drives me crazy, I can't stand the players running their mouth about being upset that they're not getting the ball, they're not getting involved, they're not getting the targets. It's like, man, go to your coach, go to your head coach, bring it up in the locker room, bring it up during the week. Don't go to social media. Don't grab the camera on live TV and say, get me the damn ball. Just keep it in-house. I can't stand it. I mean, so Hollywood Brown and then Golden Tate. So Golden Tate brings it up, right? He's right in the camera, get me the ball, right? And then his wife has to blow up social media about it. And it's like, man, just handle it in-house. That's not how you do it. And then what happens? He gets left home. He doesn't even get brought on a trip down to Washington, right? So I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I mean,
I did.
It's unbelievable.
Well, and to your point, Jim, I mean, the Ravens are 6-2. It's not like they're losing.
What's the problem? Right.
It's not like they're losing. Don't start separating yourself from the rest of the team. And who knows, maybe there's internal problems. Who knows?
Right.
For players to come out and who's the true leader of that team? Joe nailed it. Ingram by far. I mean, look at him last year. He was loving him some Lamar, and everything was about Lamar, pumping that guy up. And to his point, I mean, there was a good reason to. He was a league MVP last year. But with him out, I think that leadership kind of falls off. I don't know if he's in the locker room. Who knows? Who knows how it is? They're probably keeping everybody away that doesn't need to be there. So if he's not practicing a lot, he's probably not there. So where's that leadership coming from? Somebody has to take charge because, I mean, Joe, the talent on that team, like you said, is second to none. I mean, if you go position by position, they're Kansas City.
Right.
You know, they're Kansas City without Travis Kelce. You know what I mean?
They got Mark Andrews. He's
right. They got Mark Andrews. But
he's arguably top 3 tight end in the league. So
exactly. So the only thing you don't have is the top tight end. I think their receivers match up very well. I mean, their running backs, when you got both of them, are very similar, and the quarterbacks are very similar, which I think Mahomes is better. But I mean, Lamar has the skills and the talent to be him. But something's just not right, and I'm willing to bet it's leadership. And Eric, you know better than anyone else in the military. Without any leadership, it just starts running astray, and Baltimore doesn't need that right now.
Attitude reflects leadership.
Leadership, yes, it does. Captain.
Yes, great movie.
But yeah, I mean, it's just not right. You just have to. Like you said, I mean, the Ravens are doing well. Why rock the boat? It's an Odell Beckham thing, right? I mean, that's his thing, right?
Look at me.
What about me? What about me? And I'm sure if you did take it behind the scenes, right, you could do something about it. If you go to your coach and say, hey, you know what? I could beat the guy. I can do this. Sometimes you just get in the quarterback's ear. Hey, you know what? Did you see in the last play? I have the guy beat. I can fake him. I can do a double move. And you'll get the ball. You don't have to go to social media for that stuff.
And you've been in the league for 2 years.
I mean,
2 years. That's the worst part. You know,
I love
that
looking
like that.
No, I love that Judge left him home, right? And I hope it was Judge's call that says, you know what, you're sitting out this week. You'll go ride the bench, right? Just like we talked about when they cut Rosas in the beginning of the year, right? For the hit and run, right? You know, you do something wrong, you're out. You're out. That's it. You blew your shot. And so, I love the fact that they did that. And even if Tate was the number one and he started doing stuff like that, sit him on the bench. When Odell was banging his head against the kicking net, get the hell out of here. Go sit down, right? You're out. You're sitting out. I love it. I love it. I mean,
because all these players for some reason think they're untouchable. Even Antonio Brown's antics still trade him away and look at what happens. Like. You know, nobody is that great that they are above the team. And that's, John, like you're talking about, it's a team and it's leadership driven. And Joe Judge is saying like, absolutely not. Like, this is my ship. This is how we're sailing. You're either heading in our direction or you're getting the fuck off my boat. Like that's basically the end of it. And I love that because football is a team game. And the second you put yourself above the team, everything comes apart. You know, you saw Le'Veon Bell. You saw Le'Veon Bell do it in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh didn't screw around with it. You know, James Conner, you're up. Here's the rock. Le'Veon Bell, thank you for your time. Have a nice life. You know, same Antonio Brown. You know, everybody. Even Randy Moss you guys got him for a steal because of his antics, and that worked out okay. But still,
worked out great, I think.
Yeah, he was pulling that same stuff. You know, you see Odell Beckham Jr. does it. You know. A lot of these guys put themselves above the team, and once you do that, it just destroys the team dynamics. And Tate's no different, and he is definitely not in the same stratosphere as those guys are. So, oh wow, he had to sit home, big deal. So, and to let your spouse get involved, I can't, or your girlfriend or whoever it is. Why?
How embarrassing would that be?
This is my job.
Embarrassing.
I'll handle it. You just. Do your thing over there, and
you go to your job. I won't interfere with your work. Stay the hell away from mine. But I guess when you think you're a prima donna, kind of like we're talking about, and Tate's a great receiver. Actually, let me rephrase that. Tate was a great receiver when he could stay on the field. You know what I mean? But he hasn't been healthy in 4 years now. I mean, it started back in Detroit. So, to think you need the ball more, you should be saying you should throw the ball more to Slayton. Why the hell is Slayton not getting the rock? Come on.
Even Shepard.
Shepard's back now.
I mean, to think. I mean, he has all the talent in the world too. But I mean, he did have 8 targets. So to say he wasn't utilized. But still,
Yeah.
How many targets did Slayton have? I'm going to look that up.
I think
that bothers me.
Let's see. Slayton had 1 target for 1 catch for 6 yards.
1 target.
Yeah.
To me, I think your best wide receiver on the team, and we talked about that.
Yeah.
Well, I think the best wide receiver on the team is Evan Ingram. And he had 10 targets, 5 catches, 48 yards because he's not a tight end. He's too fast.
I'll say the best catcher.
Yeah,
okay, I'll agree. Position, he is a tight end, but I'll say the best wide receiver listed as a wide receiver is Slayton, I think.
Yes.
I mean, the guy is insane. You just need to throw the ball to him.
Even that touchdown Ingram had, I thought that was a wide receiver catching the ball. Just the way he moved, the way he was dove out to catch that ball and bring it in. Like tight ends aren't supposed to move like that. They're supposed to be too big.
Right.
To move like that. Like you think tight end, you think Gronk, you think Kelsey, you think these big guys that, they can move, they can catch, but, they're not those finesse guys that are going up and making the one-handed catches and doing all the crazy things. And to me, Ingram's got that speed and that finesse, that dynamic that a wide receiver has, but he's got this incredible size that is so, it's being more and more utilized, but I think to start the year off, it was so underutilized. Like he should be your safety blanket all the time. And he was in this game with 10 targets, like I said, and that touchdown, he was looked at early and often, but man, he looks like something else. And he's actually healthy for once this year, which is really nice.
They're all coming together. 6 wins, win the division. 2020.
I don't know if I see 3 more wins there.
So Dallas, they're playing the last week of the season. They're playing Cincy. So they're playing the Eagles this week. Win number 3.
I wouldn't say Cincy's a gimme.
I'm not saying it's a gimme either, but
it's at Cincy too.
I don't care.
That's going to be a tough game.
It's going to be tough, but we're going to win.
What about the Browns?
4 games you seeing, Jim?
So
I need to hear this.
So Bengals,
Cowboys,
Philly, Cowboys, Browns.
Ooh.
And maybe the Cardinals.
No, we're done.
Cardinals might be number 7. I didn't realize.
Look, man, I think you're pushing it with 6. Never mind the Cardinals.
Hold on. Is that bottle full of vodka or water that you're
drinking?
One? Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah, Poland Springs vodka. I mean,
it's new on the market.
Yeah.
I see 2 wins, maybe 3 at best. Maybe 3.
So
since he's going to put up points.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's going to be a tough game. I think since he's getting better. Where's my son-in-law Justin?
Yeah.
I got to give you credit. Only 2 wins this year, or whatever they have. But boy, that Joe Burrow, he can chuck that rock around, boy.
Yeah.
And they're just getting better. Okay, Philly maybe, Cincy maybe.
That's 4.
Dallas,
everything goes.
Dallas is 5.
Dallas that's if 5. They win the other 2 though. And you're talking
Cleveland is 6.
Ooh, yeah. You think? I mean, how many points you think they're going to put up on Cleveland's defense though? That's a tough D.
24.
I can't wait for the rest of the season. I can't.
24-21, I'll take it.
Because Jim, quite honestly, you're the only person left here
that
has a chance to make the playoffs.
Right.
And the worst thing is,
just like during baseball season, it was the same thing.
God,
I'm used to being.
You.
I should be in the first window instead of the middle.
Well, we want to feature you.
Yeah, but you don't even have the most wins. That's the worst part.
It doesn't matter. You got to have hope. Hey, I'm in the lead now. I'm in first place.
Joe, then you should be last then. I mean, if you're gonna do it right. There we go.
Wow, Joe's in last. Okay, that'll be the way we rank it now.
I'm so.
Oh, we lost.
There we go. But I'm here. I can see.
Oh, okay.
The middle.
You were froze for a sec.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. So
you think 6 wins?
Yes. It's so really it should have been more than that because we had games that we should have won. You know it.
So the Patriots should have beat. Okay, well the Patriots should have beat Seattle and Denver and Kansas City. We should have 7 wins right now.
Okay.
Exactly. I mean, listen to how that sounds.
Okay.
It doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't sound right
because it's not true.
The Patriots.
It's not true.
Come on, the Eagle game. We should have won the Eagle game. We should have won the Tampa Bay game.
Yeah, but you didn't. You didn't.
Okay.
This is what I'm
saying.
Both those teams against Cincinnati.
both of those teams are better than Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's going to put up. You better hope you can score 35 points that week because they're going to put up a lot of points.
Okay.
They're just going to put up a lot of points.
We'll see.
In fact, every team needs to be careful for Cincinnati right now because they can just score. They can just score. And I can't believe I'm touting Cincinnati. Justin, see, this is for you, buddy.
He's not. He better be watching.
The beginning of the season,
I know he liked it earlier,
saying,
so I hope, hopefully, he's watching.
We were saying at the beginning of the season, yeah, Cincy, probably not going to happen. Probably not. Every week it was nope. And I think it's now we're saying Giants have no chance at Cincy. Come on.
Hey, I said Cincy was going to come in third.
Huh?
He did say that.
I said Cincy was going to come in third place.
Out of 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
But to be fair, Cincinnati has scored 194 points as opposed to the Giants 168. So
I'm telling you, they can score
the
points.
Giants are getting healthy now. Giants are going to start putting up points every week.
Unless Saquon Barkley walks through that door.
Yeah. So if everything goes right, there's potentially 4 wins. If everything goes right.
And how many did I have right now?
2.
Okay, so what's 4 plus 2?
3.
If
6.
for giant math, it's 4.
It's
They're
6
gonna have
wins.
4
What the hell
wins.
am I saying? I'm saying 6 wins. You guys are agreeing,
I'm
but you're
not
going the
agreeing.
wrong way. You're going all
That's
the way
the
around to get
thing.
there.
I'm saying if everything goes right, which nothing
Okay.
in life goes 100%.
So you think you're going to settle on 5?
I'm going to say they're going to. I could say 3 of those. I think they could beat the Eagles. I think they'll beat the Cowboys, and I think they'll take one of the Browns or Bengals games.
Okay,
I don't
so
think they'll
5.
take both. I don't think they'll take both.
So 5 wins and win a division?
Possibly. This is hurtful.
Would that be a new record for 2020? 5 wins and win a division?
Yeah. Yeah, it would. I mean, if Philly loses, Philly has to lose out, but
thank God Cincinnati was only able to tie Philly.
Well, so Philly's remainder is obviously Giants this week.
That's going to be the killer for the season. That tie.
But then they've got the Browns, Seahawks, Packers, Saints, Cardinals.
They're not winning any of those.
No, and then the Cowboys and Washington to finish out. That's where you're going to be. That's where you're going to be biting your nails there the last 2 weeks of the season. But because the Cowboys aren't going to do it, Washington's probably not going to do it either. So, but yeah, that 4-game stretch, Jesus, that team might just be done playing after that. So that is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Let's see. And Washington gets the Lions
Detroit.
this week, Bengals, Cowboys, Steelers, Niners, Seahawks, Panthers, Eagles. There's winnable games in there, actually. Washington could be in it if Alex Smith keeps playing the way he is.
No chance. Washington has less wins possible with the rest of that schedule than the Giants do. Hey, it's party time.
Yeah.
I need you.
Why?
Party time in Seattle.
Mommy needs you.
Okay, I'll be there in a second.
All right.
You're live on YouTube right now, Tristan.
Wow.
Sabrina's bad with the iPad.
Oh, okay. You want to go this
And
is
just
my
like that, the show's over.
All right, go watch the iPad. I'll be right downstairs, okay?
Sabrina was being downstairs.
Okay. Go play.
I was not being down. Yes, you were.
I know. Go. All right, you guys keep going. Keep going. I'll just
The stairs are that way.
Why did you say that?
let me
Oh, boy.
you guys talk for a second.
Deal.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
6 wins. 6 wins. I mean, I think I will say that probably out of all the teams, I think it comes down to them. And God, I mean, you can't rule out Philly because you don't know what you're going to get them, from them week to week. So let's see who they got left. Like Joe's
So
just saying.
I
So
don't
you
think
guys,
the Phillies going to sweep the series. They luckily got out with a win because Evan Ingram dropped the ball.
right?
And I think we're healthier now, and I think they are unhealthier now than when we met the first time.
So I'll say this: both you and Washington have the potential for 4 wins. You guys really do. The heads-up
4 more?
matchup. What's that?
Four more or four total?
Four more.
Okay.
More. Have the potential because Dallas, you guys both play Dallas. You guys both play Cleveland, which I think Cleveland's better than both you guys because of their D, to be quite honest. They don't play Cincy.
Beckham's gone. But...
Yeah, but I mean, true. And Mayfield I hate, so you never know what you're going to get from him.
Mm-hmm.
Seattle, I don't see Washington beating Seattle. There's no way.
No way.
I'm sorry, Philly. So they're going to play Seattle, Green Bay, New Orleans, and Arizona. That's 4 straight losses. That should be 4 straight losses. And then they go to Dallas and then Washington. So, I mean, who knows how they're going to be after those 4 straight losses. And that's if they even beat you guys in Cleveland. So I would say if they lose against you guys or Cleveland, you guys would have the upper hand because there's only 2 more wins there, I think, with Dallas and Washington. You know what I mean? Where you guys, let's see here, kind of looking at this, and this is just me thinking. So you guys have the potential for 4 more. So I think if you guys kind of do this, God, you guys almost have the same Seattle, Arizona, Baltimore. I think you guys have a little bit easier way to get there. But it's still not that easy, I don't think. So I don't know. I mean Dallas is definitely gone.
I'm not even sweating Baltimore, really. I'm more worried about Seattle and Pittsburgh. I mean, not Pittsburgh, Seattle and I don't have the schedule in front of me.
Hold on. You're not
we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop Lamar. It says over here, LJ is stinking the place up right now. Yes, I agree, Eric Simon.
We're having like a serious conversation here. You're not sweating Baltimore?
No.
You're sweating Philly.
The good thing is this is on record. So in a couple of weeks when you guys say, wow, we didn't see what you saw.
Hold on, let me get this absolutely perfect.
Then you'll know.
So that's my old boss, Chief, right there. Chief, I agree.
Who's Mike Little?
Retired Air Force right there.
Love
you, man. Love you, bro.
Nailed it. Boom.
So you don't sweat Baltimore. So you think they're going to beat Baltimore?
I'm not worried about it, really.
Okay. Come on. The thing is, you say it with such a straight face and so
because I'm being sincere. This is my sincere look. So that could be 5 wins there, and then we win the division. There you go. There you go.
So hold on. Yeah. You're not beating Baltimore. You're going to barely beat Cincy if you do. And look at him. He's sitting there looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, he was frozen. That was
how it was. I'm not even worried about Baltimore. You know what, Joe?
We're going to load up the box. We're going to load up the box and keep him from running, and he's not going to win with his arm.
I just hope you're not going to score 6 points against Baltimore.
Oh, come on.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. Come on.
So whose defense is better, Tampa Bay or Baltimore?
I don't know.
To be quite honest,
we scored on Tampa Bay. What? Come on. God. Come on. Just watch the games. Watch the games.
I did.
I'm going to pull this clip and have it saved for that game.
No, I did.
That's fine.
And I got to put toothpicks under my eyes to watch it.
Oh, God. All right. This is out of control. Absolutely out of control.
That was perfect. I'm not worried. You know what? That's the quote of the year right there. I'm not even worried about Baltimore with a straight.
Them. You'll see. Okay. You'll see. So we got to go back and look at our predictions from the beginning, and we got to go back and look at our predictions from the beginning and see who was the closest. Love your optimism, Jim, and your sincere face. Hey, who gave me this face?
I don't know who she is, but
is that Mom?
That's Mom right there.
Hi, Mom.
She's listening to the show. There's a fan right there.
Mom, do you think he's insane for saying he doesn't sweat Baltimore? You don't have to answer on the air. That's your boy. You don't have to.
She's shaking her head.
No. She's shaking her head.
Right. They know. My parents know. They're Giants fans. You expect to win every week. That's how it is. That's how it is. Yankees play, you expect to win. Giants play, you expect to win.
Okay, Yankees.
Otherwise,
and
why
Giants
even
are two
suit
different
up?
stratospheres.
Why suit up if you're not expecting to win?
Hold
Like
on
the
a
Jets.
second.
Stay in the locker room. Don't even
Hold
come
on. The players suit up, expecting to win. The fans should be realistic with what's about to happen.
Well, I guess, but I mean,
Is this
if you
how
go
going
into
to
the
be in
game,
a few years?
yes,
if the Patriots
believe
keep
me, I'm
losing?
trying to help you. I'm trying to.
Am I going to
mold
say,
you.
hey, don't worry about Kansas City. We beat them 4 years ago. We're okay.
You're going to be saying, don't worry about the Jets and Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, don't
Right,
worry about
right.
it. They're only 14-0.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, this is one of my favorite shows right here.
There you go.
I should have had a couple drinks.
Man. Anyway. All right, I think we should probably wrap it up while it's gold. So
There you go.
Gold, Jerry, it's gold.
all right. Anyway, so we'll so I got to work on pulling that clip out and saving that for later.
Please do. You know what? I want to hear that clip every week. Every week.
Not even worried
That's
about
fine.
Baltimore.
So I got the Colts beating the Pittsburgh and ruining the undefeated season, and then I have Giants beating the Ravens. There you go. Lock them up.
Oh, this is insanity. This is
Might
insanity.
be my lock of the week those weeks. I'll let you know.
God save us. All right. So hopefully we'll be back for a show next week. I don't know. I have to check the polls and see what kind of credibility we still have. It might be at an all-time low, but
Come
you
on.
know what? It may be it may be crazy, but it's entertaining, right? And that's all we care about, right?
That's what it's about.
So yeah. All right. So let's wrap it up with that. So please, guys, again, go to our YouTube channel, The Bean Apple, subscribe, comment, like the videos, help us get that exposure because it is not the easiest thing in the world to do. So please help us. We need you. Can't do it without you. So please get on there, share it with your friends, let everybody know. It might not be accurate, but it is funny. So kind of like
thanks for the comments, Eric, Mike, and Kathy. Eric, miss and love you, bro. Same thing to you too, Chief.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for your participation. It makes the show a whole lot easier to do and a whole lot more fun. And anyway, so until then, I'm going to make some good clips out of this to share with as we go on. But yeah, we'll be back for the recap or for the preview show later on in the week. And until then, for John and next to him,
Yep.
Oh, wait.
That way.
For Jim, there we go. I'm Joe, and we will see you guys later.